What does the life of one of the world's most powerful and wealthiest royals actually look like? Mohammed bin Salman, better known as MBS, isn't just Saudi Arabia's crown prince. He's a billionaire leader shaping the future of an entire nation while living in a way few on earth can even imagine. Today, we're stepping inside the billionaire life of Mohammed bin Salman. Mohammed bin Salman, often called MBS, isn't your average royal. Born in Riyadh in 1985, he grew up in a world of immense privilege, but also in the shadow of Saudi Arabia's vast oil wealth and its global influence. Unlike some of his brothers, MBS quickly rose through the ranks of power. By his early 30s, he was already overseeing the country's defense ministry, oil strategy, and economic planning. When his father, King Salman, appointed him crown prince in 2017, MBS instantly became one of the youngest leaders in the world. His rise was sudden, bold, and controversial. Overnight, he went from being relatively unknown outside Saudi Arabia to one of the most talked-about figures in geopolitics. And with that new role came control of staggering amounts of money, resources, and influence. MBS's living spaces reflect both history and excess. In Riyadh, his main palace is less like a home and more like a fortified city. High walls, manicured gardens, private security, and endless halls of marble and gold. But the crown jewel of his real estate collection is the Chateau Louis XIV in France. This sprawling estate near Paris, modeled after the Palace of Versailles, includes a moat, fountains controlled by iPads, a wine cellar, and even an underground nightclub. At $300 million, it was labeled the most expensive private residence in the world. And let's not forget his $450 million purchase of Salvator Mundi, the Da Vinci painting. For MBS, real estate and art aren't just luxuries. They're symbols of power, prestige, and almost limitless spending ability. When it comes to travel, MBS does it on a scale that dwarfs most billionaires. His most famous purchase is the superyacht Serene. Originally built for a Russian vodka tycoon, it's now one of the most luxurious private vessels in the world. With 2 helipads, multiple swimming pools, a spa, and even a small submarine, the yacht cost him around $500 million. In the skies, MBS has access to both official royal jets and his own fleet of private planes, including customized Boeing 747s fitted with lavish lounges and bedrooms. And then there are the cars, Rolls-Royces with bulletproof features, Lamborghinis with personalized detailing, and fleets of SUVs for a security entourage. For MBS, moving from place to place isn't just about convenience. It's a statement of wealth and authority. MBS's fortune is unlike that of Silicon Valley tech billionaires or Wall Street tycoons. His wealth is deeply tied to Saudi Arabia's vast oil reserves and the Public Investment Fund, or PIF. This sovereign wealth fund is worth over $700 billion and is used to reshape the Saudi economy. Under MBS, the PIF has bought into global giants like Uber, Disney, Lucid Motors, and even Newcastle United Football Club in UK. Through these investments, he's not just growing Saudi wealth. He's buying influence in industries ranging from entertainment to green energy. Unlike traditional billionaires who build companies, MBS controls national assets, giving him leverage far beyond personal wealth. This makes him both financial powerhouse and a political kingmaker on the world stage. For decades, Saudi Arabia was known for strict cultural rules and limited entertainment. But under MBS, things are changing fast. He's opened the doors to international concerts, bringing in global stars like Justin Bieber and The Weeknd to perform in Riyadh. The country now hosts world-class sporting events, Formula One Grand Prix races, heavyweight boxing matches, WWE shows, and even major esports tournaments. Luxury hotels and resorts are springing up on the Red Sea coast as part of his drive to attract global tourists. For the Crown Prince, this isn't just about entertainment. It's about reshaping the kingdom's global image. At the same time, it reflects his personal appetite for the best experiences money can buy, from exclusive performances to once-in-a-lifetime spectacles that only someone in his position could host. Behind the glamour and extravagance lies a darker side. MBS's leadership has been marred by criticism and controversy. The most infamous case is the 2018 killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Western intelligence agencies concluded that MBS approved the operation, though he has denied personal involvement. Beyond that, he's been accused of cracking down on critics, imprisoning rivals within his own family, and using Saudi Arabia's immense wealth to whitewash the kingdom's reputation abroad, a strategy often called sports washing. While his modernization efforts have opened doors, they've also come with tighter political control at home. In the eyes of supporters, he's a bold reformer. To critics, he's a ruler consolidating power with little tolerance for dissent. Either way, his billionaire life can't be separated from these controversies. The question is, where does Mohammed bin Salman go from here? His flagship project, Vision 2030, is designed to move Saudi Arabia beyond oil dependence. That means investing in tourism, renewable energy, and futuristic cities like NEOM, a $500 billion mega project featuring floating industrial zones, ski resorts in the desert, and The Line, a 170-kilometer linear city with no cars and no emissions. If successful, these projects could redefine what modern living looks like. But they're also enormously risky, requiring astronomical sums of money and cooperation from global partners. For MBS, the future isn't just about luxury. It's about leaving behind a legacy. Will he be remembered as a transformative leader who modernized Saudi Arabia, or as a billionaire prince who burned through resources on impossible dreams? Only time will tell. Whenever we talk about Mohammed bin Salman's billionaire life, it's easy to get caught up in the jaw-dropping numbers. $300 million palaces, $500 million yachts, investments worth hundreds of billions. But here's the adjustment we need to make in our perspective. For MBS, wealth is never just about personal luxury. It's about influence, image, and power. Unlike a tech billionaire or an athlete with a giant paycheck, MBS's fortune is fused with the Saudi state. His personal lifestyle and the country's economic ambitions overlap so completely that sometimes it's hard to separate where the prince ends and the nation begins. When he buys a super yacht, people see extravagance. But his story isn't just about extreme wealth. It's about ambition, power, and the transformation of a nation that sits at the crossroads of the modern world. Now, here's the big question. Do you see MBS as a visionary leader building a bold new future, or as a ruler using unimaginable resources to secure his grip on power? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's richest and most powerful. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video.